Hi, this is Megan Keene with Avid Artist Relations here in snowy Park City, Utah for Sundance 2011. And I am here with editor Kevin Filipini, who cut Rebirth in the documentary premieres section here at the festival. So Kevin, tell me a little bit about how you got involved in this project.
Well, I met up with the director, Jim Whitaker, 2 years after 9/11 when he had started the project. And he had seen a documentary that I had done that he really felt gelled with the style of the film that we were going after. And yeah, we developed a bond from there and cut through about the next 8 years.
And so how did you become part of this project?
They were looking for another assistant because it's a very long project, so they've gone through a couple different people. And, you know, a friend of a friend called Kevin and went in for an interview and just went from there.
So tell us a little bit about the scope of the film, just so people understand what we're talking about.
Well, this film is two-dimensional. We have 14 time-lapse cameras around the site at Ground Zero, shooting one frame every 5 minutes, right after 9/11, and they're going to continue shooting until the buildings are completely built. We also followed around 9 subjects and interviewed them once a year for 10 years to document the grieving process and the healing process. People that were deeply affected by the day, and firsthand affected and had lost and survived.
And so coming onto this project, I mean, it sounds like a mass of footage that you had to deal with. So how did you manage it all?
We just put everything in bins, and it was over 800 hours of footage, and it's film in HD, and it was a lot.
Well, I mean, it was a marathon, and fortunately, using the Media Composer, it was like a blessing for our post workflow. So it was basically the software that allowed us to have no hiccups and streamline it. Creatively, it was just a marathon to really pay attention and pace ourselves throughout the process and understand all the footage and look at all the footage carefully.
And so with that much footage, when you guys were getting down to the final edit, I'm sure there were times where you're, looking for specific things or trying to find, this one thing that's going to make this sequence work together. So how were you able to manage 800 hours of footage that way?
Well, for the interviews, we had them all transcribed, and I was able to load the transcriptions into Media Composer and use the script sync function, and it's magic. It works when people are crying. It works people with accents. It's amazing.
We could type in words, any word that we wanted. We were searching for in an edit to even get us to a quote within this this monumental footage, and it would pull it up immediately. I mean, it was remarkable.
And so had you ever used script sync before, or was this your first time?
I had never used it. I barely even knew it was there, and I was like, oh, let me try this. And then it was like something that would have taken me all day to line the script for. It was just done.
So how many hours approximately would you say it saved you?
It probably saved me 2 weeks.
And so how did it feel when you guys found out after all these years that you found out that you had been accepted into Sundance?
It was just elation. It was a blessing to be here. Just with the team that we've gone through and the ups and downs and the marathon that we had to make this film. It was just the greatest experience ever. We are so happy to be here.
Well, we were pretty set coming into Sundance. We just did a little bit of updates here. So the final finish was intense. We finished on the DS, and we switched from a 24 or a 30 frame project to a 24 frame project using Media Composer 5, which was not a big deal. We just kind of run it through, and it was good to go. And online color correct done.
Nice. So how was the premiere? How was the first time sort of with all the buzz in the audience and everything?
It was emotional. It was the most emotional time I've seen the film, and I've seen it several times.
I can imagine. Well, thank you so much, Corinne. And be sure to check out Rebirth or visit the website at www.projectrebirth.org.